Good day or good evening, whatever time it is at the time that you're watching this video. I have the perfect opportunity here to sit down and film because the people that are working in the apartment next door have taken their lunch break. So I feel like perhaps the collective and the person that this reading is going to be for is also facing the perfect timing of a perfect opportunity as well. I have that vibe, that feeling. I wanted to sit down with the decks that kind of inspire me lately and kind of delve in and see what Spirit has to say in this day or night. We're going to get a subject or a topic from this deck, the Energy Oracle. I'm going to pull one card from this one and just see what the overall topic is going to be. Then we're going to move on to the Earth Alchemy Oracle. And I'm being told that two of these want to come out for the reading. And then we're going to consult with the birds. And I'm being told that three would like to come out. They're very playful. Very jumpy oracles. And I think we'll go ahead and throw in some tarot as well. I'm hearing 3 tarot to start with. So I went ahead and organized the cards as I was guided to. And like I said, we're going to start with these energy oracles and see what the main topic is going to be, and then we'll go from there. We have Victory, card number 28. There's been a lot of victory within the collective here on this channel as of lately, I've noticed. It's really been a vibe. There's been a lot of victorious moments for a lot of people that watch this channel. And so it's no surprise to me that this victory card came out here. In this particular card, she's depicted here with this beautiful golden wreath. And it speaks of the fact that success is on its way. So if you are at a point in time where you are still kind of waiting for the success, this is showing you that it's definitely on its way to you at this time. And this woman being depicted in the card, she has this energy of just kind of reveling in it. You know, basking in the golden glory of this victory and taking pride in what you've worked so hard to accomplish. I really feel as if you're being asked with this card to really take the time to enjoy this victory that's coming to you. Enjoy the process of how it appears in your life. Enjoy the journey, because it's going to make the outcome that much sweeter. It's going to be a very sweet, sweet victory. And you're being asked to make sure to enjoy it, because in the joy and in the gratitude for it is how you let the universe know that you want more of it in the future. It's a beautiful way to start this reading. And I will say before I go on any further that yes, I am using natural light. I'm sitting once again in front of my beautiful window. And so if the light goes in and out, that's why. It's just the sun is powering the light for this video. We're going to move on to the Earth Alchemy Oracle at this time. These two have been out before in past videos. We've got Amber and Dawn Redwood, Rewild, Druid Keeper, Perception versus Reality. And then we have astrophyllite and ginkgo, star elders, signs and symbols, divine blueprints, amenti. I'm really feeling within these two cards that you may identify with the Druid ways, with being a true sage of this earth, of literally communicating with the trees and with nature, and being able to decipher what is perception versus what is reality, creating your own reality around yourself that is fit for who you are. And it's truly a magical experience, is what I'm hearing. And with these star elders coming out here, you're very connected to the signs and symbols that are presented to you on a daily basis. And perhaps this Druid energy is your divine blueprint. I'm hearing walking the halls of amenti, but being on the surface as well. And amber is truly a crystal that is a gift from the trees itself because it's made of the tree sap. It's made of the essence of trees. Perhaps you have an amber that you wear or that you keep close by to you. If you don't and you want to get more connected with Mother Earth, with Gaia, with the trees, I highly suggest this. I highly suggest getting and obtaining one of these ambers. And I'm also being called to share that sometimes amber traps insects inside of them. So you can get cuts of amber with insects inside. It's like a snapshot of the past within the crystal itself, which I think is pretty cool. And I'm being called to read the first couple lines out of the book on this card. It says, amber is a light of the golden age, a time when we knew our divinity and felt that close connection to all that is. We were unified and lived through the heart. Amber wishes to bring back the light of the golden ages through reactivating cellular memory. Interesting that I was just talking about how it traps the insects and how that's kind of like a memory from the past being brought into the future within this crystal. It helps you to remember, it goes on to say, genetic lessons passed on through your ancestry and supporting you in clearing your family patterns. So perhaps this is something that you have been working on. And this is what this victory is talking about here. Having a victory in clearing old ancestral pains and curses, I'm hearing. And getting back to a time of where you're realizing that everything is connected. Just like how the plants and the trees, they grow deep roots into the ground and they reach their branches up to the sky, towards the heavens. It's all connected. And not only your earthly ancestors, but your star elders as well. Reaching like the tree of life, reaching up to the heavens above, connecting with the star elders, with the star beings that you're connected to as well. It's like a vibe of a druid, a true druid soul here on this planet, but also realizes how connected galactically they are as well. And it says here in the first couple lines of this astrophyllite and ginkgo with the star elders, it says astrophyllite star-like energy comes to you as an activator, opening the crown and working to the many subtle energy nodes above the crown that extend up to the stellar gateway chakra. Through this stone you can communicate with your star families and draw them close. So this too could be one of the victories that you have recently achieved, is that stellar star chakra activation. And if you would like help with that, you could seek out this crystal as well. It says you may be going through a restful period of integration and healing, or maybe you are stuck in a rut and cannot move forward as fast as you want to. There is that feeling of the perfect timing, like an open window, an opportunity here. and feeling like you need to rush forward, and yet you're still kind of having to stay in this restful time period. And from that depiction here in the book, I'm getting that this restful healing time is necessary, and that the reason why you're feeling the push to go further at this time is because you're almost there. It's just a requirement of just a little bit more resting, because this is a lot to integrate as well. You know, it could even come off as like physical headaches, you know, physical pain manifested by activating these things. So it's definitely imperative that time is taken for the integration process. That's what I feel is really being spoken here about with this astrophyllite. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. I'm terrible with pronunciations on some things. I also find it quite interesting that I've really been infatuated with my piece of petrified wood here. And within the book, on this card with the Dawn Redwood, it talks of being called a living fossil due to its age. So I think that's pretty cool. That must be why I've been channeling with this presence here before me. I've just really been infatuated with this piece particularly. And it talks about also how it's been preserved and unchanged on a molecular level for millions of years. And that's pretty much what this petrified wood is here too. And to me, that's speaking more of this Druid energy of, you know, walking a certain style of life and preserving those golden age connections. You know, even with your ancestors here that have gone before you, and maintaining that divinity all across the ages. And with ginkgo is a great medicinal thing. I often drink it myself, or I take a supplement if I don't have time to have a nice tea in the morning. But it helps you to focus your energy a little bit more. And it brings in like a peaceful serenity to your menti. It also helps with increasing your blood circulation throughout the body and into the brain, so that your brain can function better, so that you have a higher potency with your brain power. Because it's not always about that higher power of your mind. You know, your physical mind has to be a good enough vessel for the information to come through that stellar chakra. And so that's why I feel that ginkgo is here with the astrophyllite in accessing and integrating that stellar chakra. Because on a physical level, it helps your brain, your physical brain, be able to connect to that stellar chakra. So with all that in mind, let's move on to the 3 tarot cards that came out. We've got the Magician. We've got the Knight of Swords. And we have the 8 of Wands. And this is just speaking of the fact that you have all the tools in your tool shed. And you do have this, or you're coming into this sharp focus with everything that you know ancestrally or otherwise. Everything that has been integrated so far within your walk. And that these activations are going to happen, this victory as well, is going to happen at a very rapid pace. But it's kind of funny because there was also that speaking of a time of rest. So the minute that you just let go and you give into the time of rest, integration, and healing is when all of this is going to happen at a rapid, fast-forward movement for you. I heard the words Druid Wizard. So there you go, if you identify as that. That's for you. Let's go ahead and move on to the last beautiful cards for today's reading. The Oracle of the Birds. We have the Woodpecker. Imagination, introspection, follow your heart. It leads you straight into a fulfilled life. That's exactly what you're doing here. You're using that heart space. You're following what your heart is leading you to. And then we have the Eagle. Enlightened spirit, divine guidance. Take a new perspective. You are divinely guided. Lots of golden energy here. And then we have Flamingo. Inner direction. Love and truth are the sanctuaries of your heart. So that divine guidance coming through this activated stellar chakra is what is being integrated as your inner guidance. And it's going straight to your heart chakra, your heart space. And that pull that you feel is a pull at your chest. It's a pull at your passion. It's a pull at what your soul was here to do at this time on this earth. Mother Gaia thanks you. I felt like I needed to say that here. The Magician is definitely imaginative. They have all the tools in the tool shed, like I like to say. And nothing but imagination. And knowing that creation comes from this imagination and comes from the passion of one's heart that is divinely guided. I'm also seeing the sundial in the back of this eagle. It's very golden, very solar energy. Working under the light of day, in the beautiful sunlight, basking in the activations as you go through your daily life, and following that divine and inner direction when it's time for the sun to go down and for rest to take over once again. That's what I heard. Beautiful. And here you are, kind of like the flamingo, with your one foot up in the air and the one foot firmly down. It's giving me a very like temperance vibe, being able to hold that balance within yourself and that balance outwardly as well in your day-to-day actions. And also with this eagle coming out, I feel like it's reiterating this Druid energy and this being so connected to the source energy around you through the trees, through the birds, through the natural surroundings. I really feel like this is how you get your most profound messages spiritually, is through nature, is through seeing all these things and being open and aware to what they're trying to tell you at any given moment. And it's that light that's within your heart chakra that pours out, kind of like this sunshine behind this eagle in this card. And it's then reflected upon the people and the surroundings that you are in communion with at the time. So thank you for spreading your nice, warm, beautiful golden light. And don't ever stop. It's just, I feel the warmth. And I really, really appreciate you showing up in this reading today. With that, I love you all very unconditionally. And I am so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you here on this channel. Until next time, bye.